Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the Bridge with Kai YouTube channel. Today, we are going to be going over our Bridge Brawl match that we played against Rgoss in the round robin phase. Unfortunately, this one did not get live streamed because technical difficulties. Well, now we're going to go over my live thoughts of what happened. And hilariously, the last one that I did against Bridge Babe, that one actually I did live stream. So you get two versions of my live thoughts there, the actual live thoughts and, you know, the live thoughts. So let's see, what the heck was I doing during this Rgoss match? What was I thinking? For those of you who don't know what Bridge Brawl is, this is an event that I am running with 18 different content creators facing off in a solo way style KO event. It's currently still going on right now. We're in the KO phase. We're watching all of the content creators knock each other out, and they're all fighting for pride and a prize pool that has been community funded. So it has been so wonderful to see that $6,400 have been donated to all these content creators so that they can continue improving their setups, improving their content, so that we can make all of our content more appealing overall for people who might never have seen Bridge before. Also, we're giving back to the content creators, of course, because these content creators have put years of free work into curating all of this content so that people might be exposed to it online. So that's the whole purpose of Bridge Brawl. And now let us get into what I was thinking during my round robin match against Team Rgoss. All right, so here we are on board number 1. We start off this hand with a 7 count. Whoopee. I'm like, why don't we get more exciting? Well, actually, hold on just a moment. We have to introduce our opponents here. I was playing with the absolutely wonderful and legendary Ron Smith. I'm very happy that he made it onto our team. He's been great. And then our opponents are Jobsful and Yang on Team Rgoss. And I'm north up here. I know that's not normally where the cards are, and we are currently using the Bridge Brawl hand analysis tool, which is actually really, really helpful because you can like move cards around and things. Let's get into this hand. So the auction starts, pass from me, clearly, doi. It goes 1 no trump from Jobsful, which is just a strong no trump. It goes pass 4 diamonds, which is a Texas transfer showing 6 or more hearts. And Jobsful just bids 4 hearts to say, yeah, all right, great. You want me to play in 4 hearts? I'll play in 4 hearts. Let's do it. So that is the contract, 4 hearts in the east. And the first play is the 2 of spades from my partner. The dummy comes down. And I was thinking that, well, there isn't much here unless my partner has an absolutely monstrous hand. Jobsful has a 15 to 17. Dummy has come down with a 10 count. So if I do like the rule of, I don't know, what's the rule? If you count it out, like if he has an absolute maximum of 17 and then there's 10, that's 27, plus my 7 is 34, so partner probably has somewhere around 6 points sitting over there. And there could be things that partner has that makes this hand a lot nicer. It goes 2 of spades lead from partner, which looks like this is either from 3 or 5 because it's low, or a singleton, but that seems quite unlikely, as that would mean that Jobsful would have done this on 7 spades. So that's definitely not a singleton. It's either 3 or 5. Looking like it's more likely to be 5. Not sure which one yet. So it goes 2 of spades. I decide to play my ace, and I decide to go, well, I might be able to get a ruff here, so I'm going to play another spade and put some pressure on. And then the way that the rest of the hand went is it went heart, small, ace. And I was like, that seems odd. Why didn't they take the finesse? We'll talk about that later. So they win the ace. They switch to diamonds. And the plan here is they're going to use their queen of diamonds to put away their club. Unfortunately, the diamonds broke, so partner could not ruff this one. And another heart was played to draw the last trump. And I had nothing left to do, and it was claimed for 450 when this was the remainder of the hand. Club was gone. So why did Declare not finesse the heart? Well, it's actually a really good play, because if the hand was a little bit worse, let's say I give myself this other heart here. So if the hand looked like this, and the lead went like so, spade, ace, and another spade here, and then it went finesse, then we win the king of hearts, and then it goes spade ruff, and then we just get one more trick, and now you're down 1, like literally instantly. There's nothing you can do. He went for a very good safety play here, just said, I'm always going to lose this king of hearts. Let's play the ace and not risk this ruff from coming. So we're going to now play the diamonds, and now we also get to pitch away our club loser, and we do not risk this spade ruff that we know is actually coming, because from the lead, Ron led a low spade, showing that they had singleton or length, and if you could count it, that means that I would have a doubleton. I wouldn't have any left. Ron would get in and then would play another spade. Like, Jobsful knows exactly what's going on here and absolutely needs to take the safety play to ensure that he makes this 4 hearts contract actually with an over trick. So very, very good call by Jobsful to play the hand this way. But yeah, that was what was going on this board. Let's move on to board number 2. All right, so here we are on board number 2. My hand is a 11-13 count, and the auction starts with a pass, one club from partner, so I know that we're going to game, pass, one heart from me, pass, two clubs from partner. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I know how to deal with this. I'm going to make some sort of forcing bid. And I said, I'm not sure if this is natural, but absolutely this is at the very least going to be forcing. If I would have bid two spades, I think I probably would have been showing like an even bigger hand and probably 5 hearts and 4 spades. I mean, I guess it could be 4 hearts and 4 spades because no, I would have assumed more like 5 hearts and 4 spades. Like 2 diamonds always allows a Ron if they have 4 spades to check back, but also if they had this distributional hand and they had 6 clubs and 4 spades, they probably would have bid 1 spade immediately. So there's absolutely no point in really mentioning my 4 spades here unless I also have 5 hearts. So I think that bidding 2 diamonds here makes a lot of sense, whether it's natural or not. We're just going to get whatever answer we want. Partner raises the diamonds, and I'm like, I think it's good to bid 3 no trump because I've got the spades covered, I've got the hearts covered, and he's got the clubs covered, and he's got the diamonds covered. So I thought that this was just going to be a pretty clear 3 no trump contract. And the opening lead here is the 2 of spades, and here comes dummy, and now we need to go ahead and make our plan. So I see that we've got like loads of club tricks as long as they don't split 3-2. If not, then we're going to need to set up an additional club trick, and we could just be losing the ace king of hearts and the ace of spades and a club, and I think that's kind of like the worst case scenario. But let's see how we can be tricky here. So it goes 10 of spades, that goes to my queen, and I'm going to just unblock the clubs and check the club split here to be sure that our clubs are running. Clearly they split 3-2 now. So now what I'm going to do is start thinking about other ways that I can generate tricks. I mean, right now, if I count all my tricks, I have 6 clubs, I have 1 spade, and I have 3 diamonds for 10 tricks. And the absolute worst that could happen in this case is 10 tricks because I lose the ace of spades, and I could lose 2 hearts. And there's also a chance here that the diamond split 3-3 and I could get an additional trick, but I wasn't completely sure that, you know, they were going to switch to hearts, and I wasn't completely sure that the diamonds were going to be splitting. So I just played another spade, decided to get another little thing in there, and then a diamond was switched to. And at this point, now I just have loads and loads of tricks. The 9 of spades pitches away the heart, and now the 10 of diamonds is also high because the jack of diamonds got finessed. So the rest of the tricks are mine, claimed for 690, and an imp for us because of my sneaky little play there. But yeah, that was a nice little thing. Pretty comfortable 3 no trump contract. Let's move on to the next board. And now we are on to board number 3, which was a very exciting hand. I mean, look at that. Look at that delicious little 7-5 shape. What, you know, 6-5 come alive, but what about 7-5? Come even more alive? Like, that doesn't make sense. But I've got a 7-5 here. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. Bridge Brawl's going crazy. Partner starts this auction off with a pass. It goes 1 diamond, and I decide to overcall 1 spade. I really didn't know what to do, but generally a good idea to simplify these auctions is to just bid your major. Sure, I have 7 clubs, but the club suit quality isn't that great, but you could also argue my spade suit quality wasn't that great. Just let me know what you would do. I mean, like, 2 no trump is not an option because then that would be showing hearts and clubs, not spades and clubs. 2 diamonds is not an option because that would be showing hearts and spades, so I don't really have an option. So it goes 1 diamond, 1 spade, and it goes double. Partner bids 3 spades, showing a weak hand with spades. And I'm like, okay, we've got a fit here. And they're showing diamonds and hearts with this negative double. So I see a sack in our future. It goes 4 spades, showing a good hand. And I bid 5 spades. I'm like, I am not letting them find whatever they're finding. Like, they aren't completely sure of a fit. Maybe 4 spades is a splinter. I don't think that this is a particularly practiced partnership, so I thought I would get annoying and get in the way. We get doubled, and it goes pass, pass, pass. And I'm, like, really happy to be here. 5 spades doubled seems like an absolutely wonderful contract and a 9-card fit, and this crazy distribution where I have shortness in their suits. So now, 5 spades doubled, and it goes queen of clubs, and this is your dummy, and now we have to play this. Like, it seems also wonderful when bidding hypothetically, but then you have to play this monster, and you're like, uh-oh, what am I supposed to do with this bad boy? But initially think, we might just be making this, because I don't know. I didn't really read into the 4 spade splinter, and I probably should have. It was not alerted, so I wasn't sure it was a splinter. It also could have just been like a really strong cubid, but now I realize it could have been a splinter. So in the moment, I wasn't completely sure that the spades would be breaking poorly because this could have just been a double on pure power with how little power partner and I do actually hold. This queen of clubs could either be queen jack doubleton, it could be a singleton. It feels very much like it could be a singleton quite easily. So Yeah, I decided to win this one up in the north hand so we could start playing spades. And I hadn't yet really pegged Jobsful for all of the spades. So I kind of just played a spade to the ace and then I saw them show out and I'm like, uh-oh, that's bad. We kind of immediately have two spade losers on top of that heart loser. But managing the fact that there's a 4-0 split here is not going to be all that simple. And I can't really run the clubs until the trump are drawn, which was kind of a misconception in my head here that led to a very scary end position. So let's get to that end position. So I played another spade. I'm like, I have to draw the trump. I'm always going to lose the king jack of spades, and I can always play a spade up to the 10 and we can draw trump that way. And then I think it was at this point that I realized, oh, if I go along this line that I'm about to go along, if I play a spade to the jack and now they play another heart and now they play another heart, the last trump is not yet drawn. And if I play a club and it goes rough, and I play the king, right? Now I have diamond heart loser. All these clubs are completely useless. So I was like, uh-oh, that's bad. But I didn't see anything else to do at this point. I think I'd committed myself to this, and I needed to hope that Jobsful would not play the 9 of spades, and they didn't. They didn't see it. So I was able to actually just draw this last trump. And now now everything was good. I could just claim because now the trump is gone and all the clubs are high. But if Jobsful came in and roughed this club, I would have been so absolutely dead in the water. I think that there probably is a better line to go about this. So if instead of, like, you know, playing on spades, I just let them rough once, right? I think that this can be okay. It would guarantee, I didn't see, granted, I did not see the threat of down a million, but this would have absolutely prevented any threat of down a million because now they get their heart. So we have trump control and we have an entering club. So when I play a spade like this, like, sure, it guarantees that we get one less trick, but it also doesn't put us in a position where they can cash all of these hearts and diamonds on us. And we are guaranteed down 2. We don't have a chance at down 1, but the other one, there really shouldn't have been a chance at down 1 if Jobsful found that 9 of spades rough. Very, very difficult situation for both sides, but in the end, 5 spades doubled down 1 was the actual result here. And we, unfortunately, at the other table, they found 6 hearts. Double negative. It was ideally a good sack, but 2 -100s do not make a good score, unfortunately, for us, and that led us to get a swing out. But yeah, interesting board. Let's move on to board number 4. And then I was dealt this hand. Instead of it being 7-5, now we're 6-6 in the red suits. How wonderful. And I also, once again, have no points. So maybe we see a sack in the future. Unfortunately, though, we are kind of red, so a little scary. But the auction starts pass. I do a very, like, guys, you gotta be proud of me here. I have 6-6, and I passed, right? I didn't decide to preempt, vulnerable. I don't have good suit qualities, right? Like, come on, get round of applause for Kai for passing on this one. I didn't want to bid something because what do you do with that? I felt like I was getting myself into trouble, and I was glad I didn't because here comes 2 no trump. I might have actually been unhappy that I didn't preempt 2 hearts, but they could have still bid like double and then shown a strong hand. And I don't know, I didn't want it to really go double pass. Like, that doesn't sound fun. But yeah, 2 no trump. And then partner bids 3 clubs, and I'm like, oh, good. This is a misfit. We don't want to be anywhere. So 3 clubs is not discussed. I assumed it was natural, even though very well it could have been majors, but 3 clubs was natural. It went double, and I'm like, oh, are we getting passed out here? Nope, 3 spades, and then it goes past 4 spades, pass, and we just let them play in 4 spades. I'm sorry, this amount of restraint is applaudable on actually, especially for my hand, okay? Like, I had 6-6 and I didn't take a single call. I keep emphasizing this, but I think it's just so funny that I did not take a call. But that was our auction. We're playing in 4 spades in the east, and my partner leads a ace of clubs, and this dummy comes down, and it goes club, diamond, and then my 1 trump gets a trick. Let's go! Woohoo! I'm so useful, partner. Thank you for leading my void and giving me a rough. And then I just played a diamond back towards my partner because I didn't think a heart was going to benefit. Like, if partner has, I don't know. I didn't really see any point in playing a heart. That looked a lot more scary. So I just decided to play a diamond. It looked less scary. And then the ace was taken, ace of spades. And at that point, there was a claim because Declare just has the rest of the tricks because they can use the king of clubs, pitch away the diamond, and then eventually Ron is going to get one more spade here. There's no way to avoid it. Lots of restraint on this hand, a 4 spades making, but at the other table, less restraint was given as this was the auction that led to 5 diamonds doubled, down 6 for an absolutely insane swing for us. Partner trying to save their partner from a bad 5 clubs contract, but the lesson is just don't try to save your partner. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. But yeah, five clubs wouldn't go great, but 5 diamonds certainly does not go well at all. But yeah, very, very interesting hand. And let's move on to board number 5. Let's see if we can get 7-6 next time. So this hand is not a 7-6. We're back to the balanced hands on board number 5 here. And I hold a 9 count. Whoopee, I pass. Pass 1 diamond from partner. Cool. I do a negative double to show 4 spades. And then it goes 2 hearts and then 3 clubs from partner. And I'm like, okay, so partner has a really good hand because they're kind of unilaterally bidding this. I mean, they know I probably have somewhere around 5 high card points-ish. So, like, they know I have something, but at the same time, like, they're still bidding 3 clubs on their own, knowing I could only have 5 points. So they have to have a good hand here. They're covering my diamonds and clubs. I've got the hearts covered and spades covered. So I was kind of just like 3-0. When in doubt, bid 3-0. It's a vulnerable game. Let's go for it. I have potentially 2 heart stoppers. At least the 10 is going to be somewhat annoying for the defense to deal with. So I decided to bid 3-0. And here we are in this 3-0 trump contract. And Jobsful leads the 7 of hearts. And I'm like, okay, great, fine. Oh, partner has the king of hearts, singleton. This is outstanding. But yeah, if we count our tricks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if the diamond finesse works, then we get 4 more for 10 tricks. And if the diamond finesse doesn't work, then we get 3 more for just making. So absolutely outstanding news here. I started by playing the king of hearts and I just was like, diamond finesse all the way. Let's go. Queen of diamonds. The king comes out and then I was like, there's no way they're covering with the king, right? And then I play low. Pretty bad misclick here that absolutely did cost the trick, but not technically the contract because I still got those 3 extra tricks that I needed in order to make this contract. So silly little me, the finesse worked, but oh dear, not good. Then diamond is played and then we switch back to the jack of hearts. So jack of hearts is played and I'm seeing that there's something that could be brewing in the heart suit where Yang here has queen and another at the end position and they get M played. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to that potential reality, although I know it's quite unlikely because they could probably keep a bunch of winners elsewhere. So now I go back to my diamonds and I'm like, okay, fine. Let's just actually make the contract, please, even though the diamonds do split 4-1. Not a big deal. It goes diamond. And then I'm noticing that Yang is not really pitching their hearts at all. And I'm like, okay, so maybe that dream position that I was thinking about could come true. It goes spade, there goes a heart pitch, but they still have 2 more left in their hand. And then I just decided ace of clubs, right? Make your contract. And then another club. And then the queen is played. And I'm like, oh my God, they're end played. There goes the queen of hearts and another heart. And they're like, karma came back to me. I gave them a trick. They gave me a trick back. It was very kind of them. So yeah, two fairly silly mistakes here, I think, on my part, which is misclicking. Well, not misclicking, but like not thinking. Like, Absol definitely has the ability to play the king of diamonds on the queen. Like, you can pay attention, right? And then also, Yang here could have just pitched hearts instead of the spade. So back at this point, if Yang just decides to pitch a heart, right? Like, the thing here is that in order for my heart to become good, which is what I think Yang was nervous about, I would have needed 2 entries to get there. I would have needed to somehow have this happen. Like, if they're afraid that I can set up my 10, and what would need to happen is I would need this, and then somehow I would need to be able to lead out of my hand, right? And then the queen is gone. And then I would need another way after, like, let's say winning the ace to get back to my hand and play the 10 of hearts. Like, I need 2 entries, which I don't think I really could have. Like, I mean, there's a chance that I have the queen of spades back to my hand from his perspective. I don't see where that other entry is ever coming from because they hold the king, queen of clubs. There's absolutely 0 way. So I believe that on this diamond, they can pretty confidently just pitch this heart. And there's absolutely 0 chance for me if I just play a spade here. Like, they just have the rest of the tricks because when I play the ace of clubs, right, like, they're no longer M played. There was no need to protect those hearts. because I just don't have the entries to my hand. Maybe they thought I had a stronger hand. Even if I did have the Queen of Spades as an entry, I would have to knock out the Queen of Hearts and then have another way to get back there, which I just absolutely can't have from Yang's perspective. So a little bit of a interesting thing there. You don't need to protect all the suits, especially if you know that the entries are limited. But that was a fun little end play that happened in the end there that got us I think got us a push board? No, they got us a bonus imp somehow. So that was nice. Let's move on to board number 6. All right, so here we are on board number 6, where I have a depressing little 4 count here. The auction started 1 spade, pass, 2 clubs, pass, our natural game forcing, 2 spades, pass, 3 spades. Now they found their spade fit and they potentially have some slam interest. Pass. Now they absolutely have slam interest when they Q bid 4 diamonds. So this is guaranteeing ace or king of diamonds, singleton, or void in diamonds, and denying a club control. But also very serious slam interest, because otherwise they might bid 3 no trump to show like, I'm not so sure about slam. But here they showed serious slam interest, 4 diamonds, pass. Now 4 no trump key card, pass. 6 hearts, which is showing a void in hearts and an odd number of key cards. So very likely 1 or 3 key cards and a heart void. And then it goes pass, 6 spades, and that's where they end up, pass. And we get the 9 of hearts lead from Ron. Dummy comes down, and I'm like, okay, so Jobsful has the ace of hearts. Wait, what? Jobsful can't have the ace of hearts. They showed a void. Hold on. Ron underled his ace of hearts? And I mean, it's really creative to do this, because now I know that Ron has the ace of hearts because I know that Jobsful has to have a void. But when King Queen of Hearts comes down in the dummy, you get a little bit disappointed when now we potentially have lost a tempo here and they get an additional pitch that they otherwise would not have gotten. So that was a little bit disappointing, that now I see this club go away, and now my Queen Jack of clubs, which was just looking so juicy at some point, would have been like, oh, I totally could have used that. This could have been my trick. So an unfortunate ace of hearts underlead from Ron here that leads to a club pitch. Now, they still could have 4 clubs over there. For goodness sake, they do have a void, but they also did show somewhere around 6 spades. So you don't really know until it's over, but I didn't feel great about this. And then a heart was played, and it gets roughed. And I was like, this is a little interesting. Why are we deciding to rough in the long hand of trump? That seems a little odd. Like, maybe they're trying to rough out my partner's ace of hearts, and that's just not working. So I'm glad that they're doing this. So, like, maybe this is a little bit of a swing back in our favor, but we'll see. We get a club to the ace, and then another heart ref, and I was like, okay, this is going really good. Now they have the same number of trump as I do, so we could be putting some pressure on. Goes spade to the queen. They see the really bad break, and they're like, oh my gosh, I hadn't been roughing hearts this whole time. And now it goes another spade, which I get finessed, but I want to maintain my jack to be annoying as possible. Like, I want them to have to get back over here to take that finesse again. I'm trying to make them use as many resources as I possibly can. Another diamond, and partner wins the king, and I'm like, oh my gosh, partner has the ace of hearts. They could just play the ace of hearts, and then I'm going to have more trump than they are, and this is going to be perfect. This is going to be amazing. And then a club was switched to, and I was like, oh no! No, because now I also know that very likely, like, if the diamonds were 4-3, now the diamonds are just all good. Declarer can just play the queen of diamonds, another diamond, and 6 spades was just claimed because the ace king of spades, and then the beer card too, which was claimed, which I was very disappointed by, because, you know, Jobsful just squandered a beer here. But here's the key thing, is that we just had 2 unfortunate events happen in this heart suit. When Ron played this king of diamonds, if he had just played the ace of hearts, this would have been so down, because now I always get my jack of spades. There's no way for them to get rid of this trump. Like, they would have to, on the very last trick, somehow get to a position where my jack of spades could be won by the ace of spades. And that just was not going to happen for them, unfortunately, because if they ever try, it's really close to being in that position. Like, I would need, it's actually just impossible. Like, I would need 1 more diamond and the same number of clubs. I would just need 1 more trick. I can always just over rough this spade. They can get really close to it, but they can't actually do it. Yeah, if Ron finds this ace of hearts play when he needs to, or doesn't underlead the heart, then there's really nothing that can be done here. Like, let's say instead Ron leads a club, right? I think that seems like a very safe lead. There's 0, like, they always have a diamond loser. They potentially have a spade loser if they don't get the spades right. And they always just have a club loser. You can't pitch it away unless you like sacrifice it for a heart loser. Like you could try to take this heart roughing finesse and pitch a club, but it's still a loser on loser play and you're always losing a diamond. So there's zero way for them to make this otherwise. So it's just particularly unfortunate that Ron decided to get a little bit fun here and underlead the ace of hearts, which I am completely behind. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love this in Bridge Brawl because content, but also why did it happen to me? Why did we have to let the six spades make? But hey, things happen. We move on to the next board. We know it's a bad board, and that actually plays an impact. I am a little bit tilted at this point, so let's see. I decided to tilt a little bit. You see I'm in third seat. You see what might be happening here. It goes pass from partner, pass, and I'm just like, with my super mega ultra balanced 10 count, I'm like, one club? Don't do this. Don't do this. It's so bad. I'm like, we're all vulnerable. I need a good board. Let's just hope that somebody here gets too high and it's not us. So I open one club, it goes one diamond from partner, one heart. I'm like, thank God we aren't the ones finishing in this contract. Hopefully they just take over this auction and we just be quiet. So I'm like, oh, this is looking good. One club, one diamond, one heart, two clubs showing a good raise in hearts. So good news, they're going to be ending up somewhere. Partner bids two spades and I'm like, no, just let them live there. Just let them suffer in some sort of heart contract because I do not want to be playing in spades. My hand is so bad. Stop bidding. And it goes pass, pass. And I'm like, oh no, this is going to be so bad. And then three hearts. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness this three hearts came out because I'm like, they're at the 3 level. Everybody here has a 10 count. And this is just going to be only fun for us because I've got some tricks. I've got a defensive hand. It goes pass, pass. And now Yang is playing in this 3 hearts that I'm like, I really hope this is going down. I really hope this is going down. I hope it's going down for a number because I want a good board, please. So on this hand, I think I have a very simple lead. I'm going to lead the king of diamonds. Partner bid it. At the very least, you know, partner's going to have like jack 4th, jack 5th-ish. And it's going to be setting up tricks for us. Dummy comes down. And the trick goes diamond, diamond, diamond. Partner plays the 7, which doesn't look all that encouraging. It makes me think that he wants me to switch. But at this point, I go like deep into the tank, and I am really considering a lot of things. The first thing on my mind is that I probably don't want to play a diamond because I want to prevent diamond roughs from happening in the shorthand. I also am trying to like figure out the high card points around the table because basically everyone has a 10 count on this hand is what it seems is going on from this auction. So I'm really trying to figure out the high card point count, and I'm really trying to figure out the shape count. And I've started with the idea that, well, I know that there's 5 hearts and 4 hearts, and I have 3 hearts, so partner has 1 heart. That's definitely something. Partner bid spades after bidding diamonds, so it seems like they have 5-4 shape and diamonds and spades. So I believe that they have 4 spades, 1 heart, 5 diamonds, and 3 clubs. Okay, great. Now, what about high card points? Well, I believe that everybody around the table has 10 high card points. After this opening lead, I believe that partner holds the ace of diamonds. That would make sense. I also believe that they have the queen of spades. So that would leave partner with only the ace of clubs. Probably not the queen because they would have opened in that case. So I kind of went for this image that partner had a 4-1, 5-3 shape with specifically the queen of spades, ace of diamonds, and the ace of clubs. And I saw that we could probably set this hand in that case because it seems like we're going to be getting 1 spade trick because this is a doubleton. They lead up a spade. I can take my ace. Great. And then we can also get 2 club tricks in the case that, you know, partner doesn't have like ace empty third. Like if they have ace 10 third, then outstanding. But also, if they don't have ace 10 third, if the dummy here holds the 10 of clubs, I don't want to lead clubs because that puts my partner in an impossible position. If I lead the jack, now it would go king cover ace, and then everything would be good in this hand. But if I don't play clubs, right, my jack is always hiding over this person's 10. So if I don't play clubs and declarer has to play clubs, they would have to finesse the club into me because I know I hold the 9, the 8, and the 7. There's only one way to take this finesse. So I decided that, well, I don't want to open up clubs because in the case that Yang that has queen 10 small, and I break out the club suit. I don't want to lead spades because I could lead spades. I could start the guess. I don't want to continue diamonds because I'd rather get rid of their trump. And I thought that the diamonds and the heart idea went very well together. So I just returned a heart. I decided to play passive. I decided to go with my gut on the exact shape and point count distribution at this point. And then it went diamond. Partner plays the ace. And I was expecting another heart, but then I was like, hold on, partner has a singleton, so there's no way they can play another heart. And then diamond gets played, which then gets roughed. And this was partner's only safe exit, because if they play a spade, then that would be giving away the spade position. If they play a club, that would also be giving away the club position, especially when it goes club now around to the 10, jack, and king, and now they can play another club up to the ace. So I really didn't want that to be happening. So it goes queen of hearts, diamond, heart, another heart, drawing the rest of the trump. And now at this point, I'm like, well, I think I know what's going on here. I think I know the exact shape. So the best thing for me to do would be to play low to make them guess the spade suit. And they guess it wrong. So jack and queen, now a spade comes back to me. And now I eventually just have to lead away from my club holding. I don't love it, but I have to hope that partner has ace 10. And granted, we already do, if partner does in fact have the ace of clubs, which at this point I think it's been quite confirmed based off of all the honor counts. We're taking it down 1, but I want down 2. I'm a greedy guy. So I'm hoping partner has the 10 of clubs. It goes club, round to the queen, and then it goes king of hearts, and then another club, king, ace, and then moment of truth, partner holds the 10, and the 10 of spades is played, and they win that last trick, and we take this 3 hearts down 2. Woo! Wow. Wow. I was so happy that this 1 club bid worked out. They got too high. They got to this 3 heart contract that was absolutely abominable for them. Great work. Let's go. Aggressive bids in 3rd seat for the win for plus 200, and a great board here for us because the other table was passed out. So yeah, good board for us. And then this last board is actually really boring because both sides actually passed this one out. I don't even need to show you it. I was happy with my result. I decided not to open this in 2nd seat, but both tables passed out, and there were 2 pass outs in a row at this table. What is going on, guys? This is Bridge Brawl. This isn't supposed to be like really fun and crazy, and people just aren't bidding at this table. I think I need to remove them from the event. This is so horrible. I'm joking, but that's funny. 2 pass outs in a row for this table, and that means that they finished a lot faster than us and probably were waiting for a while. But a final push. The result here, with all of those pushes, actually in the end, the final result was 18-18. Complete push. The only tie in the round robin phase, might I say, and everybody here was kind of happy in the end, except I was still a little bit sad about the 6 spades. But yeah, really interesting set of boards, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. What was your favorite hand? What would you have done differently than me? Yeah, I loved sharing it, and I hope that my thoughts were somewhat insightful. I'm sorry that it didn't come out on live stream, but yeah, they're here now. So yeah, that's it for this video, everyone. I hope you are enjoying Bridge Brawl. We've got some KO matches coming up, so I'm very excited for you to watch those live. It's always so much more fun live. But yeah, that's it, everyone. I will see you in the Bridge Brawl KOs and in the next video. Keep on bridging, everyone. Bye!